Fox 61 is a proud media partner of the annual parade in the capital city. This year, we are so excited for the 51st celebration. This morning, we're joined by some of the great organizations helping to bring Ireland here to the capital city. This morning, we are joined by Meabh Clohosey with Aer Lingus, and we're so excited to have you with us, Meabh, before you resume your big flight this month. Welcome. Thanks for being with us this morning on Fox 61.
Thank you, and good morning.
And good morning to you. Are you joining us from Ireland?
Yes, I am. I'm sitting here in Dublin. I'm looking out at the rain and the cold, and the snow is coming. So I don't know what it's like for you, but actually it's typical Irish weather here.
Well, it's similar here. We don't have the snow just yet. We might get a bit of it on Saturday for the parade. But of course, the parade will go on. Want to talk about when the service to Ireland is going to return. A lot of people are excited about this because it's so simple.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And it's returning on March 26th, and we're really excited as well. And of course, we had the route on before, but with a lot of things during COVID, it had to stop. Like a lot of all of our flights were grounded, other than emergency flights. But we're delighted to be back on March 26th. We will have flights every day from March through to October, and we're just delighted here to be welcoming people from Connecticut back to Ireland. And not forgetting that, given that you're neighbours, okay, there's a bit of water between us, but actually you're our next neighbour across the Atlantic. You can fly direct into Dublin, but then you can fly on with a very easy connection to over 20 destinations in Europe. So we hope that people will come and visit us here. We can't offer you the weather that you might have over the summer in Connecticut, but we can certainly offer you some great crack and a céad míle fáilte, which is a huge welcome.
So you said they're going to be going daily. Flights are daily. About how much are fares?
Well, currently we have a sale of $100 off, so fares should be just above $500, and then you have your discount. So it's actually a really good offer. And so, as I said earlier, it's not just to Ireland. You could connect straight through to a lot of the key cities in Europe also. Yeah, we'll also be flying with our new aircraft, the Airbus A321, the Neo, and we're really happy about that because with say sustainability in mind, there's 50% less sound emissions and there's 20% less carbon emissions. So we're working really hard on that too.
Now, as we're talking, we're looking at video of the plane flying and landing into Ireland. But talk a little bit more about some of the great spots for folks to see in Ireland.
Oh, well, I mean, where do I start? I live in Dublin, and there's so much to see and do here. You've everything from the Vikings through to the Normans, through to song and dance and river dance and Irish dance. And of course, we're renowned for our great theatres and museums and literature. So, and also we've a wide range of sports. And actually, I would really encourage anybody who is coming to Ireland to try and get to a GAA match. That is our traditional Gaelic games. And hurling is one of the fastest games in the world. My dad played it and my uncle played it. We have our All-Ireland medals on our walls. So we also sponsor, by the way, the College American football game coming to Ireland this year with Notre Dame. But I suppose because I'm Irish, I'm biased, and I would say try and get in an Irish Gaelic game. It's really great fun, and it's for all the family.
Now, before we go, I have to ask you about how people celebrate St. Patrick's Day there in Ireland.
Oh my goodness, where do I start, Erica? It's a huge day for us. It's a family day. Everybody dresses in green and comes out with badges and shamrocks everywhere, faces painted in green. We have a very big parade through the city centre, and we're very lucky that actually we've a lot of friends from the US who come over with marching bands. I even remember as a kid watching the parade and being thrilled to see the girls twirling their batons and listening to all the music and marching and dancing along. So that's mostly what people do, particularly if you have young children. But actually nowadays it's a whole festival. As I said, when I was a kid, it was just the one day with the parade, but nowadays it's a 3-day festival. And again, there's a huge amount of cultural activities with music and dance and literature and poetry and film. So there's an awful lot to do, whatever your flavor is. Around the country, we have other parades everywhere. In some of the small country towns, it might be a few tractors rolling by dressed up in green. But it's still a family day out, which wherever you end up in Ireland, you'll definitely get a lovely taste of St. Patrick's Day.
And still very, very festive. I have to say, I recently watched The Band Sisters. It's an Apple series, a TV series that takes place in Ireland. And so I've been loving seeing all the scenery. So I've actually been thinking about it recently. So maybe I might make a trip, it looks like.
Do indeed. We now have that route. So please come and see us.
Meabh, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us all the way from Ireland.
You're very welcome.